On February 17, 2025, a routine flight became anything but. Delta Airlines Flight DL-4819, a CRJ-900 jet, was en route from Minneapolis to Toronto. On board were 76 passengers and 4 crew members, all anticipating a normal arrival. The flight itself was uneventful, a testament to the skill of the pilots and the reliability of modern aviation. However, the weather in Toronto that day was far from welcoming. Frigid temperatures gripped the city, and high winds buffeted Pearson International Airport. Gusts reached up to 38 miles per hour, whipping snow across the runways and reducing visibility. Landing in such conditions is always a challenge, demanding precision and expertise from even the most seasoned pilots. As DL-4819 approached the airport, the stage was set for an extraordinary event. The plane touched down on the runway, the initial contact seemingly normal, but then, the unexpected happened. Instead of smoothly decelerating, the aircraft began to skid, losing control on the ice-slicked surface. Passengers felt a sudden jolt, followed by a terrifying lurch as the plane veered sharply to the left. The CRJ-900, now a hurtling mass of metal, slid off the runway. It slammed into the snow-covered ground, the impact ripping away its tail and sending sparks flying. The plane, its momentum still carrying it forward, flipped over onto its back, coming to rest in a mangled heap. Inside, chaos reigned. Passengers were thrown about the cabin, their screams swallowed by the din of crunching metal and shattering plastic. Miraculously, the fuselage remained largely intact, a testament to the aircraft's design and the engineers who built it. The high-impact seats, designed to withstand forces up to 16 times the force of gravity, performed flawlessly, absorbing the brunt of the impact and protecting the passengers. Modern seatbelts, with their superior restraint systems, kept occupants secured, preventing them from being thrown around the cabin. But the danger was far from over. The crash had ignited a fire, and flames began to lick at the wreckage. Smoke filled the cabin, creating a choking hazard and adding to the terror. In those harrowing moments, the flight attendants sprang into action, their training kicking in despite the chaos. They fought through the disorientation and fear, guiding passengers on the safest way to evacuate. Peter Kukov, a passenger on DL-4819, described the scene as, "The plane flipped. We were hanging like bats," he said, his voice still shaking as he recounted the experience. The impact had left them dangling upside down, their world turned topsy-turvy. Another passenger, John Nelson, spoke of the sudden shift from a routine flight to a desperate scramble for survival. "One minute we were landing, the next we were fighting to get out," he said. Despite the chaos and the very real threat of fire, there was no panic, no hysteria. Passengers helped each other, unbuckling seatbelts and guiding disoriented fellow travelers towards the emergency exits. The flight attendants, their voices calm amidst the chaos, directed the evacuation, ensuring everyone remained calm and followed instructions. The emergency response at Pearson International Airport was swift and effective. Fire crews arrived at the crash site within minutes, quickly extinguishing the flames and securing the area. Paramedics and other first responders swarmed the wreckage, tending to the injured and evacuating passengers to safety. Their rapid response and coordinated efforts undoubtedly saved lives that day. In the aftermath of the crash, 2 runways at Pearson were closed for investigation, while others were temporarily shut down, causing widespread disruption to air travel. Delta Airlines issued travel waivers and canceled flights to and from Toronto for the evening. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada launched a full investigation into the incident, seeking to determine the exact cause of the crash and prevent similar events from occurring in the future. The crash of DL-4819 serves as a stark reminder of the inherent risks associated with air travel. It also highlights the critical role that safety regulations, aircraft design, and emergency response play in mitigating those risks. While the investigation is ongoing, it is clear that a combination of factors, including the challenging weather conditions, the actions of the pilots, and the heroic efforts of the flight attendants and first responders, all played a part in this remarkable story of survival.